The matchup aside, mentally, what are you looking for from your guys in terms of bounce back?
Yeah, we've always bounced back. We have a good group that obviously a tough loss against New Orleans, but I think the guys are ready. Obviously, another great challenge tonight against the best team in the league. So, I think we'll be ready.
Pretty obvious the challenge defensively. What will you look from your guys? We talked about the strides you made in that department, but what do you need to do tonight to do your best to contain the Warriors?
Obviously, they got the three big scorers, three big shooters, and we gotta slow them down. I think they're 75 points a game combined. Between Durant, Curry, and Thompson. So we really got to do a great job there, and just focusing on ourselves. Just rebounding the ball a little better. We got to do it as a group tonight.
Did you have to address to the guys about putting the last game behind them, or did you just let it happen organically? So I'm going to trust these guys to get their minds right, and if they don't, that's a lesson in and of itself.
Yeah, no, I think that's because we had a day off yesterday, so if it was a practice day or a film day, we'd probably go through it. But I wanted them to kind of cleanse their minds, get away from it, and you got to move on to the next thing in this league. So we got two tough games coming up. So I felt like it was time to move on.
Is there anything that you did defensively that was effective against the Pelicans that transfers to today's situation, or is this just a whole different animal?
Yeah, a whole different animal, different, obviously different type of team. With their elite shooting, and they also get to the rim too. So we got a task at hand, and I've been pretty pleased with our defense so far. I mean, it's not elite, but I think it's improving. Like our principles, like our fundamentals of what we're doing. Like you said, Greg, big test tonight.
Kenny, just to follow up, when you're facing a team that's just so great at pull-ups, do you have to change anything philosophy-wise?
Yeah, I think you have to tweak some things. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to tweak, but I definitely think you change the game plan. You got to pick them up higher first of all. We kind of normally pick up teams normally at the 3-point line, but you got to pick these guys up at the 5-point line if there's such a thing. So it extends your defense more. We got Jared Allen and Ed back there to clean up stuff if they do get to the rim. But we really got to press up and take away those threes.
Kenny, through 5 games, what do you think has been most consistent, or what are the trends or themes you've seen most consistently from your guys, both positively and negatively?
Yeah, let's start with the negative first. I think turnovers have been our Achilles heel so far. You look at our effective field goals percentage, I think we're 9th in the league, so we're shooting the ball well. I think we're getting decent shots. It's just it reared its head against New Orleans. Just got to do better, and we're working on it. I think it's a combination of throwing different lineups together and a lot of young players out there. So definitely an improvement area. The defense has been, like I said, I like what we're doing. I think we're taking away the 3-point line. I think we're, much like we did last year, forcing a lot of tough mid-range shots. I would say we just got to rebound more consistently. I think that's a challenge for us.
Coach, Golden State offensively being so talented, they're one of those teams where you could play great defense against, but they can still knock down the shot and it can deflate you. How important is the short-term memory in a game like this, and not letting that affect what you do the next defense?
Yeah, great point, Michael. We talked to our guys about that. We just, because what happens when teams make tough shots, now all of a sudden guys want to change your scheme and they want to do different things and we'll change the scheme when we determine that at a timeout or something. But if they're hitting tough shots, we have to stay with the game plan. Because when different guys start changing the game plan, that's when they can score 140 on you, and then nobody's on the same page. So that'll be a big key tonight if we can be resilient enough to fight through when they make those tough shots.
this is a bit of a random question, but what makes Kevin Durant's crossover dribble so effective and difficult to defend?
I wish we could watch a few clips, although I've seen it enough. I guess, the crossover, the threat to drive on the first dribble, kind of moves you one way. He steps one way and then he gets you shifted and then he's back the other way. But he's got the crossover and he gets to his pull-up. And one thing we told our guys, he's going to hit some tough pull-ups, so we just can't foul him. That's my concern. Get a hand in his face, and you're not going to block his shot. I don't think. He's 7 foot. It's going to be tough to block his shot. So just get a good contest.
Kenny, what's your mindset as the opposing coach when Klay is struggling the way he is? Is it like, at least he's not going to hurt us bad today, or is it like, oh my God, today could be the day?
Yeah, I think my analytic mind would say it's time for him to go off. That's how I look at it. And it goes the other way when a guy's super hot. You're like, man, it's about time to cool down. I'm almost the opposite. So, listen, when you look at him, you look at what he's done over his career. He's struggling early. It's going to come back. We got to be locked into him. We know it. We got to be really physical on all of those off-ball screens, and not let those guys get loose.
Just a league-wide trend, pace is up, scoring is up. Why do you think it's been tougher so far over the first couple of weeks for teams to get into that defensive groove, I guess?
I think teams are learning how to be more efficient offensively. I think that, we've kind of, I know it's been a discussion in the media, but understanding what type of shots they want. Obviously, a 3-ball, is huge. I know the uptick isn't that great, but what goes with the team shooting so many threes is it spreads your defense out. So now you're chasing those guys out to 4-point land, and now that opens up driving. I know the rim attempts are up, and the fouling's up a little, I believe. So those are kind of all those combinations. The pace is just, we'll see if teams can keep this pace up. After playing New Orleans the other night, I know they tested our transition defenses every time. It used to be just off misses. Now everybody's running off misses, makes, turnovers. So it's just, I think teams have realized that the transition play is such an efficient shot or efficient action that's causing the uptick in pace.
Kenny, what has stood out so far about what Napier's been able to bring in his couple games for you guys?
Just what we expected. He's kind of a microwave off the bench. He can heat up quick. He can score the ball, and then he's competitive as heck on the defensive end. So he's in a limited time, limited minutes we played him. He's really kind of shown us two characteristics.
Kind of following that up, with him available and rounding into form, do you take some things, whether it's this game or another game, do you take some things out of the 4-guard lineup that you think you can use going forward? And as an aside, I know Rodion's obviously out for this game. Do you have any clear indication how long that might linger?
Yeah, I think it's been intriguing so far. There's not enough of a sample size to realize, hey, this is going to be great for us. But I think we didn't really play that small ball last year, and I think understanding where this league is going and the trends, I think it can give us an advantage on the offensive end. And defensively, I felt like we haven't been killed on the defensive end. So it's something we're going to keep looking at and keep sprinkling in during the game. Rodion's he'll be out tonight, but improving quickly.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.